aware are you that God is here? From a rate of 1 to 10, sino nagsasabi 10, God is here? Raise your hand. Sino sabing 9, 8, 7? Parang lahat 10, ano? Pwede bang malaman ang sagot mula sa faith group? Anong basihan ninyo para sabihin nyo andito si God? Just one word or one sentence. How did you know God is here? Faith group? Ha? Dahil may faith kayo. O bakit hindi na nga naman? Isang palakpak naman doon. Because they have faith. How about sa group ng happiness? How do you know God is here? How do you know God is here?
Because we are still alive.
Yan, because we're still alive. Tatlong palakpak naman doon. As far as mababasa ko, yung Dazzle group. How do you know God is here? Sir.
We have peace.
Ayan, tatlong palakpak din dyan. Pero tatlong palakpak din kay Faith kasi isa lang binigay. Baka sabihin niya, isa lang binigay natin. Bigyan natin silang dalawa pa. How about sa, hindi ko mabasa, Joy. Joy group. How do you know God is here?
Because success yung meron tayong culture day.
Ayan, tatlong palakpak naman doon. I'm sure happy si Sir. Oh, ngumiti si Sir June. Kasi may culture. Every day you have a culture day. And even though you don't have a culture day, God is always present. Even if you don't feel good, God is always present. Actually, nakita ko yung mga nasa table nyo. Those are signs that God is here. But even if they are absent, we are pretty sure, very sure that God is here because God is always present. And that is the point of discernment. I understand that you had a session with Sir Calano on discernment. So we'd like to clarify two notions of discernment. The two notions of discernment, first is discernment of spirits. The second is discernment in making decisions. They go together. They go together. And the focus of Sir Calano at that time was discernment in making decisions. And there was a mention of consolation and desolation. So we will go through that again. You will hear that again. And repetition is good. Okay? So my focus on this body session is discernment of spirits, which is very important even if we are not making any important decisions. Because the second notion, which is discernment in making decision, ginagawa iyon o ginagamit yon kapag ka ikaw ay you're torn between two good options. So ano ba mas pipiliin ko sa dalawang good option? Hindi pipili sa isang mabuti at isang masama, hindi discernment yun. Kasi obviously, alam natin kung ano yung pipiliin natin, yung tama. So discernment in making a good decision is choosing between two options. But to be able to choose well, yung sinabi kanina, pause, listen, and choose ng ating MCs kanina, yun yung steps na ginagawa to choose. You need to pause, you need to listen before you can make a choice. Very important para malaman mo that the choice that you're making is aligned with what God wants for you and for your family and for the community and for the company. It is important that you and I know what discernment of spirits is all about. So yun yung tatalakayin natin. So, kita natin to dito, no? Bakit ba kailangan natin? First of all, very foundational, bakit kailangan matutunan ng bawat isang Kristiyano o kahit na isang tao na nilikha ng Diyos, bakit mahalaga na matutunan niya itong tool na ito? It's a tool. Discernment of spirits. Why do we need to discover and to use this tool? Why? Because we have a relationship with God. And I'd like to start with the principle and foundation, which I'm sure is not new to you. The principle and foundation tells us what life is all about. And the principle and foundation of St. Ignatius of Loyola tells us that we have a relationship with God as giver of gifts, as provider, as father, as the source of all things. What do you have? You do not have it to give it to yourself. Whatever you have, according to St. Paul, is from God. And so, the principle and foundation tells us that the goal of our life is to be with God forever. And that everything that you have, family, work, ideas, food, everything, material things, ideas, creativities, work, etc., relationships, they are gifts for us to know God, to love God, and to serve Him. So that's the purpose why we have gifts, because God loves us. There are many truths or principles that we can try to discover simply looking at the principle and foundation, but we will not go through that because our purpose is just to ground our understanding of discernment of spirits with the principle and foundation. We'd like to anchor it on principle and foundation. And perhaps for now, the important thing is to ground ourselves in the first two principles, the end and the means. The principle and foundation tells us that the end, our end goal, the end of all goals. You have goals for your family, for yourself, for the company. Yung goal na yun, lahat ng goal ought to be directed to the end goal. And what is that? To be with God, to go home. Yung mga joy of, joy to the world ninyo, they're meant to lead you to the, naka-anchor yon doon sa end goal, no? And the means is everything that will help us live out our goal in life. And so, the principle and foundation sets the goal of discernment. The ultimate criterion, the goal of life is to live with God forever. Hindi dapat mawala sa isip natin yon. Kahit yun lang one sentence na yun, dala-dala natin, every day it will matter a lot to us. It will make a difference every day, every morning. Before I sleep, I remind myself, the goal of my life is to be with God forever. Everything else should be directed towards that goal. So that is the only purpose of discernment. The only purpose of discernment is to determine which inner movement. So open your ears. We need to understand when we want to be clear about discernment of spirits, we need to understand inner movements. And what are inner movements? It can be thoughts, feelings, attractions, so on and so forth, which leads us closer to this goal and which can hinder us. So we have gifts, but these gifts ought to bring us to God. If they do not bring us to God, then we need to look closely into our choices. And that, in a nutshell, is discernment. So our contemplative action is based on our discernment. Discernment guides us to make decisions that join us more closely with Christ and to work with Him in the world. So it's not just to receive and receive and receive. We are given gifts so that we can collaborate in the mission. And I think that's very clear to you. I think that's what the Culture Day is all about for you. You are imbibing the invitation of the Lord to work for the kingdom. You are collaborators of God, of Jesus, in the work that you do in the office, in the field, whatever it is that you're doing. They are aligned, of course, hopefully with the leadership. They are aligned to your gifts and how you can make good use of these gifts for you to fulfill your purpose, which is your union with God. So the principle and foundation is the what of our life. And what is the what of our life? Is none other than union with God. If union with God is not in your vocabulary, maybe it as a good start today. The call of my life is union with God. And whatever decisions, choices I make ought to respond to my goal, which is union with God. So discernment provides the how. What is the how? The how to achieve that goal, to move closer and closer and closer to God, to progress as a person, and the work that I do, ang ganda-ganda, no? You're all capable of doing something beautiful for God, whatever your work is. And the company is, ang ganda, no? Galing ako, may kausap ako mga parent, tuwa sila. Uy, talaga, isang kumpanya, meron silang culture day, meron silang, sila mga pare, ano lang, annual retreat. Kayo monthly. How privileged you are to be schooled in Ignatian spirituality and to feed your soul something to be grateful for. So bring with us, what is the goal of our life? Why are we doing here? Because this will help us respond to the goal, the deepest desire of our hearts, which is union with God. And discernment of spirits is an important skill. As what they said earlier, it's an important art. It's an art because you don't know it all at once. We struggle, we wrestle with it, but we do it every day to the examen. Part of the examen is discernment of spirits. Eventually, it becomes second nature to you. You all at once know, okay, this is of God's. This is not of God's. Because you will feel it. Because the interior movements are there to guide our choices. And that's the beauty of what Saint Ignatius left to the world for us to use to move closer to God. So, if you will have to look at yourself, maybe you experience a lot of feelings. And that Timothy Gallagher, an author of Discernment of Spirits, said that it is fundamental in every life of faith that there are alterations. Mamaya masaya ka, mamaya masaya sa mo dito, pag uwi mo ang lungkot mo na because something happened. Or ang lungkot mo kanina, tapos all of a sudden masaya ka na, tapos hopeful ka na. Tapos pag uwi mo ulit, discouraged ka. Is that abnormal? No, that is just normal because we are human persons. But what is important is for us to know how to make good use of these stirrings in us so that we can continue to progress in our way of doing things to become closer to our God. So the alterations of joy, ngayon joyful ka, mamaya may fear ka. Mamaya may hope, ngayon may hope ka, mamaya discouraged ka. May peace ka ngayon, nagsabi kanina, sign of God, the presence of peace, pero mamaya anxious ka na naman. Or enlightened ka ngayon, pero mamaya confused ka na naman and doubtful ka na lang. So these are normal for all human persons. Hindi lang normal doon sa hindi malay kung ano nangyayari sa kalooban. Meron bang ganon? Oo. Merong, tanongin mo, ano nararamdam mo? Hindi ko alam. Because hindi nasanay. Pangalanan, ano ang nararamdaman? Ano naiisip? Ano ang kaugnayan na nararamdaman ko sa naiisip ko para malaman ko anong direksyon ang binibigay sa akin ng Diyos. And the discernment of spirits is what it is giving to us. To be empowered as you are to make good Christian discerned decisions. Take note, it's not just decisions, but discerned decisions. And the everyday use of discernment of spirits will help you make powerful, empowered, discerned decisions pag malakihang decision. Because every day, nagsasanay kang i-discern. Discern, where is God? Where is God? But normally, we'll say, God is here because I'm happy, because I'm peaceful, because I'm joyful. But God is also present when I'm sad. God is also present when I'm angry. God is also present when I don't know what to do. Because God is faithful, God is always present. So these alterations matter. These alterations matter. So, why don't we start with, meron kayong dyan na worksheet, di ba? Yung merong feelings. So, yung listahan mo na ng feelings, if you can get a copy, kung pwede, bilugan mo lang ng bilugan, no? Yung alam mo, naramdaman mo na. Not just today, but in previous days. Yung binasa mo yung feeling na yon, aware ka. One day or one time in your life, you experience, you know what it feels like. So, I'll give you time to encircle. Baka may encircle nga lahat ng feelings, no? Sige, encircle lang lahat. Doon pa lang tayo sa first page. Just encircling. Yung pag binasa mo, alam kong pakiramdam na ito. Positive or not so positive. Okay, so yun sa first page, meron kayong list ng feelings, di ba? Happy, sad, angry, di ba? May heading yon. So, tignan mo yung listahan ng feelings. Tapos, kung tingin mo, naranasan mo na to, bilugan lang. Encircle. Encircle. Sinasabi mo, I know what this feeling is like. Hindi lang sa isip, naranasan mo sa buhay mo. Encircle them. Don't be shy to encircle. Don't be afraid. Lahat pala, isang malaking bilog pala. Pero meron din, may nangyayari din pag binibilugan mo isa-isa. May dynamic din yon. Bilugan mo isa-isa. Because may next step tayo dyan, pero mamaya pa. So, gusto ko lang matanong, what are you realizing as you encircled? Meron dito sumasagot sa group ng faith. Can I hear from you? Anong nare-realize mo habang nagbibilog ka, tinitignan mo yung mga binilugan mo?
Ano po, all feelings ay naramdaman.
Lahat naramdaman, positive and negative. Wala exempted sa lista. Okay, thank you so much. About sa bandang likod, kuha tayo. Ano na-realize doon sa bandang likod? Si Sir, gusto din ang active ng faith group. Sige, Sir.
Lamang po yung masaya.
Ha?
Lamang po yung masaya. Happy.
Lamang! Ayun! Lamang ang masaya. Okay, thank you. How about sa likod, Ivan? Ano na-realize habang nagbilog? Anyone? Yes? Yes. Talagang faith.
Ma'am, bless po.
You feel blessed.
Yes po.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Dahil marami ka naramdaman?
Simula nung nag-RLI po ako. Marami ng blessings na
Ano
dumating
yung
po.
RLI? Mula na nag-RLI, you feel blessed. Naalala mo habang nagbibilog, Sir, masaya daw siya. Palakpakan naman natin yon. Sa bandang likod, any realization sa pag-encircle? Anyone?
Hello. Hello po. Sa pagbasa ko dito sa mga feelings, dito po ako, ma'am. Hi. So, sa pagbasa po dito sa mga feelings,
Yes.
I feel na tao pala ako.
Because
Because I feel all of these feelings.
amen to that. Tatlong palakpak naman dyan. Okay. Sino ang walang binilugan? Walang binilugan? Lahat meron. So, ang ganda ng sagot niya, isang pagpapatunay na buhay ka, buhay ako, dahil ang tao ay may pakiramdam. Therefore, anong ibig sabihin yan? Dahil alam mo na may nararamdaman ka, ibig sabihin yan, may potential ka. You have the potential to know God's direction for you because this can guide you. So the more open you are to your whatever it is whatever is happening inside you, whether it's positive or negative, that is a good sign of your openness to being directed by God, by being guided by God through those feelings. God will make good use of this to help you discover His will for you. Why? Because God wants you to be happy. Nakatad sabi niya, blessed. Okay? So, joy, fear, peace, anxiety, etc. These alterations matter. The joy of experiencing God's closeness, what does it do to us? It instills new energy into the effort to love and serve. Feeling blessed, anong gagawin ko? Mas encourage ako magbigay pa ng sarili ko. Domino effect yun. No? But the darkness of discouragement and fear chills that quest. Ano yun? Hindi mo magawa yung dapat mong gawin kasi nakakain ka ng discouragement and therefore you need to be aware. What's the source of our discouragement? What is your fear all about? But if you allow it to linger, to dominate you, you deny yourself of the joy of doing what you're supposed to do. And pwede kang ma-overwhelm nun. So, if you are not aware of it, you may be making decisions because you're discouraged, you are fearful, and therefore you cut the flow of grace, and that is very important for us to recognize. But also, for example, a negative experience for sadness, malungkot ka, is not a good feeling, di ba? Ayaw mo nun. Pero yung sadness na yun can be also an instrument for God to tell you there is something more you need to discover. That's why you're feeling this sadness, because I'm stirring something in you that you ought to discover. So, not necessarily na negative o mabigat yung pakiramdam is not from God, because they can also be a stirring from God. And that's the power of discernment of spirits. And thanks to Saint Ignatius of Loyola, because God gave him the gift when he was convalescing in Loyola, to galing siya, no? Doon naging malay siya kasi yun lang gagawin, naging malay siya sa nararamdaman niya. And so what was the gift of God to Ignatius that became a gift to the world? So, the gift to Ignatius was to notice these affective stirrings. Na sometimes masaya siya, sometimes malungkot siya, there's hope, there's fear, and those feelings really caught his attention. And that led him to ponder. What is this all about? Because there were feelings that left him happy and encouraged for a long time. But there were feelings initially happy, but eventually nag-fade away. And that was a question mark to him. Why? Both experience of happiness and joy, one lasted, one encouraged me to move forward, but one faded away and it was gone. So two kinds of movements, two kinds of stirrings that he became aware of. So he pondered, he reflected on it. Kaya ang ganda ng sinabi ng MC natin kanina, di ba? Pause. Pag hindi ka nag-pause, go ka lang ng go, hindi maririnig yun. That's why it's important to pause and then to listen. To listen, you reflect, you look closely. And when he did that, he realized from that experience what he would like to offer to the world. So he understood the difference. Bakit yung isa lasting, ang joy, yung isa nag-fade away, but they started the same. And so he understood that that feeling that lasted was from God. And that the happy feeling or the joyful feeling, the encouraging feeling that faded away, that left him sad, was not from God. So he discovered there are two kinds of movements. One moves you close to God, the other moves you away to God. So he identified two fundamental directions. One, consolation, that is a movement towards God, which is an action of the good spirit. Pag sinabi natin good spirit, it's God, the angels, the good spirit. No? But the other one is called desolation. It moves you away from God and towards sin. And that is the action of the bad spirit. So, Saint Ignatius wants us to realize there are always stirrings. Parang pag nagkanaw ka ng kape, ni-stir mo, di ba? So pag may nangyayari sa atin, may nai-stir, may gumagalaw sa atin. At yun ang papansinin mo. Sabi mo nga, dami ko, nabilugan ko lahat. Yun, ni-stir ka, no? Different kinds of feelings, no? So, what is the value for all of us? So, in the exercises, sinasabi niya, anong movement sa soul? It's the movement of God in the soul. Ang gusto ni God, the soul will progress toward Him. an ongoing spiritual freedom, which means with God, to be with God more and more and more. The other steering is away from God. So the desire of God is for you to progress. So, anong gagawin ng evil spirit? So, dalawa na yung spirit na alam natin. Good spirit and the evil spirit. For example, ako, nagbabagong buhay ako, which is the first kind of person. One person moving from mortal sin to another. Ibig sabihin, sinner ka na, gusto mo pa sin, nanigas ka na sa sin, at naninindigan ka sa sin. So, anong gagawin ng evil spirit sa'yo? Magpo-propose siya. Pleasure, sensual delights, gratifications to keep the vice and increase number of sins. Kasi yun ang gusto ng evil spirit eh. Gawin mo pa ng gawin yung masama. Masaya-masaya siya doon. But si God, sad siya kasi you're not moving towards Him. And so what will the good spirit do pagka yun ang ginagawa ng evil spirit? Therefore, ayun na, parang nakukonsensya ka. So there's the sting of conscience and remorse. And then another one, for example, ikaw naman, we are in the presence of the Lord. We have a relationship with the Lord. Ito yung cleansing from sin and you seek to rise in the service of God. Ito yung alam mo nasa mabuti ka ng kalagayan. Magandang kalagayan mo sa trabaho, sa pamilya, sa relasyon. Ang dami mo magandang desires, naiengganyo ka. And that's why you're moving from good to better. And then better to betterer. Walang best. Better ng betterer ng better. Pagka best end goal naging tila. Better ng better ng better. No? So anong gagawin ng evil spirit? Ihaharas ka niya. Magiging anxious ka. Magwo-worry ka. It's affected the soul with sadness, raises obstacles, may fallacious reasoning, nag-justify ka, gagalit ka, justify mo yung galit mo. Yun ang gagawin ng evil spirit kasi ayaw niya mag-progress ka. But what will the good spirit do? Kahit may problema sa trabaho, kahit may problema sa pamilya, I will keep on loving my son. I will keep on doing what is right. May temptation, maging complacent. Di naman mapapansin ni sir o ni boss. Kayang-kaya ko na yung manipulahin. Ay, naku, bulong ng spiritong bad yun. Pero sasabihin mo, no. Because I sense the invitation is to take courage, to step up, to do what is right, and that the spirit, the good spirit, will strengthen your resolve. I will keep doing good. Even if no one is looking at me, I will keep doing good and good. Kahit walang affirmation, basta alam ko I'm doing good and that gives me peace. And so you are inspired and the peace stays with you. There can be darkness, there can be troubles, there can be tribulations, merong misunderstanding sa relationship, but you know the disturbance will not last forever. And you keep your faithfulness in doing what is right and what is good. So that's how the evil spirit and the bad spirit works. So we know yung interior movements, spiritual consolation, and spiritual desolation. So maliwanag sa atin yun, no? Consolation, maging malay tayo. Ano yun? Any increase of faith, hope, and love. Yung gigising ka sa umaga, inspired ka to do what's right, pagluluto mo anak mo, etc. Excited ka sa work, etc. Spiritual desolation, decrease of faith. Ayoko na maniwala sa kasama ko. Nagdududa na ako. And then parang nawawalan ako ng pag-asa. So gloomy ka na. So those are what we call spiritual desolation. Are you following? So more on consolation and desolation. So pag consolation, dinidescribe natin yung interior life. When we find ourselves so on fire with the love of God, alam mo yon, kahit sandaling-sandali lang sa umaga, magpa-pray ka, magka-quiet time ka, kahit 5 minutes lang, hindi mo imimiss yun every day, o dadaan ka pa sa church, magsisimba ka, o dun sa workplace mo, meron kang symbol dyan of God to remind you that God is with you. So that's consolation, no? So, walang competition na tao, no? Hindi nakikikompete yung, wala kang, ito muna, siya muna, yung tao inuuna mo other than God or other than the good things. No? Or, you are saddened, nalungkot ka O hindi magandang pakiramdam yun, di ba? Bakit nalulungkot ako? Consolation din pala yun. Consolation din pala yun, no? Kasi alam natin consolation, good feelings. But may consolation din na parang difficult feelings. So ano yun? When we are saddened by our infidelity to God, naramdaman mo yon. Hindi mo naman talagang gustong kagalitan yung anak mo dahil na-temper ka, tapos nagalit ka, nagmura ka, and then di galit na galit, nilabas mo yung galit mo, nang bato ka pa, no? Tapos naupo ka, nanahimik ka, tapos nasad ka. Bakit ka sad? Kasi ayoko naman talagang gawin yun eh. Diba pag may ginawa tayong mga kasalanan, willing tayong gawin, pero mamaya, Lord, I'm so sorry. Ayun, yung sadness na yun is a steering of God. That is consolation. No? Realizing, I am a sinner. Tawa ko, I'm a sinner. But God continues to love me. So that is consolation. So in short, ano yung shortcut para malaman natin ang consolation ito? O a steering from God. It is an increase, any increase of faith, hope, and love. That gives you joy, that gives you peace. Kahit maliliit lang, still consolation. So consolation directs our focus outside and beyond ourselves. It lifts our hearts so that we can see the joys and sorrows of other people. Yung ganda ng joy to the world ninyo, no? Ano yung joy mo? Not just for yourself, but for others, no? You making an effort to, sabi nila, para initiative daw yun ng, tama ba yun? Initiative, yung initiative na yun, saan galing yun? Can be from God, but can be also from, another spirit, no? Okay, bakit from another spirit? Parang meron akong race. Baka kailangan beautify motivation. Pero for the joy, wow, because I have so many blessings. And this can be a community effort to uplift those who have less. Who steered you is God. It's a steer. And ano yung effect din sa inyo na, no? So, desolation, how do we deal with consolation? Masaya ka ngayon. Sinasabi ni San Ignacio, savor the strength. Ibig sabihin, wow, yung soul mo, one with God. Ibig sabihin ng consolation, you're one with God. So when you feel at peace, when you feel inspired, savor it. Namnamin, relish, stay with it. And then, bakit? Maging humble pati. Bakit kasi? Hindi naman parating consolation. Hindi parating daytime. Dadating din ang gabi. Papasok din sa desolation. Because it's part of spiritual growth. We enter into consolation, maganda rin may desolation para mas malaman mo, kailangan mo si God. Gift din yon na sometimes we enter into desolation. So during consolation, magpasalamat. Pag nagpapasalamat, humility yan. And that strengthens the soul. That's what we do in consolation. And desolation, madali lang intindihin. Ano yun? Opposite ng consolation. There is a lack of faith, hope, and love. Yung parang pikat-pikat ng katawan mo kasi desolation makikita din sa katawan, lulugo-lugo kang gano'n. Turmoil of spirit, heavy darkness. So ano invitation doon? Pag desolation ka, magwawalo. No, sit with it. Self-compassion, sit with it. And then, talk to the Lord about it. Or hindi mo ma-talk to the Lord, basta sit with it. Alam mo, katabi mo si God. What happens to desolation? It can turn to consolation because the Lord will make that happen. Or ayaw mo magdasal, o ayaw mong makibanding, ayaw mo ng community grouping, ayaw mo ng sharing. Bakit? Kasi may sama akong loob doon. O obviously, desolation yun. Bakit ayaw mo makikooperate? Kasi siya na naman yun eh. Pakinggan. Desolation yun. What's steering in? Because it's against union, it's against cooperation, it's against collaboration. That is a movement of the Spirit. So for desolation, why does God allow spiritual desolation? Bakit hinahayaan niya? Siguro, hindi ka na masyadong nagdadasal, one reason. Or, there was an opportunity to be kind To be generous. Andiyan na sa harapan mo, you resisted. Si God na yun nag-i-invite sa'yo, so, nawala yung joy mo because hindi mo matandaan you missed that opportunity. So, baka may negligence. So, pag ganon, pag in desolation, imbitasyon? Reflect. Anong pagkukulang ko sa pamilya ko? Anong pagkukulang ko sa workplace? Anong pagkukulang ko sa friend ko? Or ano din ang pagkukulang ko sa sarili ko? Baka naman alaga ka ng alaga na iba. You forget yourself. But because you need also self-care. So, baka may negligence. Kaya, ganun na nararamdaman. Or, tinuturuan ka ng Diyos. Ginagawa mo yung tama, pero bakit hindi ka na masaya? Sasabi mo, hindi na ako masaya, aalis na ako dito. Ay, teka muna. Teka muna. Hindi na fulfilling sa akin to, hindi na ako masaya sa ginagawa ko. Baka sa iba na ako pupunta. Or be-break yun na yung boyfriend ko. Teka muna, pakinggan mo muna yun. Bakit? Anong sinasabi ng Diyos? Pagka meron daw ganon, pakinggan yun. Kasi pwedeng hindi binibigay sa'yo ng Diyos yung magandang pakiramdam. Bakit dati peaceful ako, dati fulfilling ito, bakit dati joyful ako, pero ngayon di ko na yung maramdaman. Sign pala yun, nagmamature ka na. Bakit? Kasi gagawin pa rin yung tama kahit hindi ka na masaya. Kahit hindi fulfilling. Kasi alam mo, ito ang tama because may commitment. Ay, malalim yun. Mature ka na. So God sometimes delays. Inaalis niya minsan yun para ma-realize mo, what are you after for? The gift, ano yung gift? Consolation, feelings, experience. Masaya ako, happy ako, fulfilled. Minsan hindi niya papadama yun. Bakit? Para ma-realize mo, ano ba hinahanap mo? Yung gift o ako? Yung commitment mo sa akin, faithfulness mo, faithfulness ko sa iyo, o yung mga biyaya ko lang? So, pag naramdaman natin parang wala, empty, nothing, baka tinuturuan tayo ng ino-open, no? We're moving towards maturity in our relationship with God. I still trust God, even if I don't feel it. I still will do what is right, what is correct, what is proper. Ay, ang lalim na nun. Ibig sabihin, nagpo-progress ka. Or, sinasabi ng Panginoon din, consolation is a gift. You cannot earn that. Kahit magtrabaho ka 24/7, hindi mo pa rin mararamdaman ng peace. Hindi mo kagagawan yun, hindi mo gagawin sa sarili mo yun eh. Because consolation is a gift. So this is a guide for us. So pause muna, then look, yun yung tinuturo ni San Ignacio. The necessity of pausing, very important. And when we pause, hindi lang magpo-pause. Reflect, understand. When sinabing understand, what is this stirring in me? Saan ako dinadala nito? At pag nalaman ko na kung saan ako dinadala nito, then alam ko saan nang gagaling ito. So, I'm sure, one way or another, one time in your life, you experience spiritual desolation. Kapag naramdaman natin yon, maganda humanap kang kausap mo. Kaya maganda kung meron man kayong spiritual conversation or sharing or spiritual director o mentor o yung friend na kausap mo to help you. Because spiritual desolation, ang paanyaya ni San Ignacio? It's a time for fidelity. Faithfulness. Don't change. Nag-decide ka, ang ganda-ganda ng decision mo. Itong gagawin ko. Pero nagkaroon lang ng misunderstanding, hindi ko nagagawin yun. Teka muna. Tahimik muna. Kasi desolation ka. Hintay muna. Huwag papalitan ng desisyon. Kasi magbabago ka ng ilagay mo lang yan sa isip mo. Pero nang gagawin mo, pag bumalik ka na sa consolation, ibig sabihin masaya o peaceful na ulit, ayos na relationship, then that is the best time because you are in consolation. Because when you decide, when you're in desolation, remember, sino nag-steer ng desolation? Good spirit, bad spirit? Bad spirit. Kapag ka nag-decide ka when you're in desolation, kanina ka sumasama? Bad spirit. Bad spirit. So, kailangan do not change a previous decision. And what do? Take is a time for initiative to pray more, to open more. Wag mong isahin. Kasi ang bulong ng demonyo, i-resist mo yan, be patient. Gusto ko nang so be patient, time to resist. Kasi, ano yung pag bumubulong yun sa'yo? O, pagkuhin mo na yan, dalian mo na kasi. Hinihintay ka na. O, ano? Teka muna. Minamadali ako ng demonyo. Teka muna, manahimik ka dyan. Bakit? Pag may bulong na ganon, yun ang tulong din ni San Ignacio. Ano image ng demonyo na kumikiliti? Sabi niya, false lover. Sabi niya, huwag mo sasabihin kahit kanino yan, ha? Ikaw lang yan, huwag mo sasabihin. Kasi pag sinabi yan, naku, mawawala na. Mas sabihin mo, mas humanap ka ng kakausapin mo to say that. Or, ang demonyo din, sinasabi niya, itong sinabi mo, dapat gawin mo to ngayon. Ngayon na, now na. Pag hindi mo ginawa now na, parang spoiled child, di ba? Demonyo din yun. So ano sasabihin mo? Stand firm in dealing with the evil one. Wait, and wait. And soon, he will flee away. Kasi takot siya sa silence. No? And the last, to understand the evil spirit, alam niya weakness mo. Alam niya ang weakness mo. So, anong mahalaga? Strengthening the weak point. For example, ang weak point mo ay, pag may magandang client, ang ganda ng pakikisama ko dito. Gagamitin niya ng demonyo sa'yo. Weak point mo yan eh. So, on your guard ka. Okay. Aware ako dito. Okay? So, Father Mon Bautista gives us the primary elements of discernment. First, inner experiences. So, unang-una, mahalaga yung pagpapangalan katulad ng ginawa natin. Sandali-sandali na pupunta na tayo sa activity natin. No? So, ang raw material ng discernment of spirits, feelings. Kaya dapat marunong ako magpangalan ng feelings ko. Kasi yun kung wala nun, wala tayong i-discern. No? Examination, yun nga, yung pausing to reflect closely, i-examine mo yon, and then i-discriminate mo yon. Ano tong various experiences na to? At ngayon, klaro, maliwanag, dalawa lang naman yun eh. Good spirit from God, good angels, bad spirit, the enemy of the human nature, or our sinful self, or the demon. And then evaluation, sabi ni Father Mon, i-evaluate natin yun. Kaya mabusisi din naman. No? And then the last is very important. Capacity to receive and obey. Pag natanggap ko nalaman ko yung discernment, kailangan meron akong action na gagawin. So, punta tayo dito. So, the 3 steps of discernment of spirits, be aware, pakiulit, understand, take action. Be aware of interior movements. Ano interior movements? Thoughts, feelings, desires, attractions, resistances. Next step, understand. In the light of the rules, is this of God or not of God? Good spirit or the enemy? And then the third is very important, take action. Accept the movements from God or reject the movements of the enemy. So this is one framework, be aware, understand. The same, ang ginamit ko is be aware, identify, and respond. Kaya yun nandyan sa papel ninyo. So be aware, awareness is the gateway to all discernment. And then identify, saan ang direction nito? And then respond, take action. So, for example, ito, discernment of spirits ni Father Mon. Spiritual desolation, ano unang papangalanan? Feelings, effects, kasi yun ang unang alam natin. Saan ako dinadala ng peace? To work more for others. Direction towards God. If the direction is towards God, where is that coming from? Where is that steering coming from? God. And the opposite, for example, I don't want to forgive this person because of what he said to me. So I don't want to forgive. Anong direction nun? away from others, away from union with others, away from God, away from your relationship. Therefore, the origin is the bad spirit or the enemy. So that's what we do in the discernment process. So 3. So balik tayo dun sa worksheet ninyo. Yung sa feelings ninyo, yung sa feelings na binilugan ninyo, pili lang kayo ng isa. So dahil wala na tayong time, pili lang tayo ng isa. Okay? And when you have identified 3 or 4 or 5, if you can choose one positive, ibig sabihin good feeling, and choose one parang difficult feeling, go to the next page. Go to the next page. Ilagay mo dyan yung positive, good feeling, tapos sa kabila, parang difficult feeling. Then what do you write there? Dun sa good feeling, kasi mahalaga hindi lang feeling yung tinitignan, ano? You also write the related thoughts. For example, happy. Bakit ka happy? What are the thoughts? Kasi naalala mo, blah, blah, blah. What made you happy? Lagay mo dyan. What are the thoughts? What made you happy? And then yung sa difficult feeling, the same then, the related thoughts, desires, or memories. Tapos, kahit one feeling lang para makapractice lang, then you do the others at home. So, meron ng feeling, meron ng related thoughts, desires, memories, whatever. Tapos, tignan mo ngayon, where is that leading you? Is that leading you towards God? Towards a truer self? Towards truth? Tignan mo yung direction. Kasi, for example, happy. Ang sarap ng feeling ng happy, di ba? Pero ano yung thought ng happiness ko? What are the thoughts or the memories about my happiness? Pwedeng happy ako kasi nagawa ko natapos ko yung report ko on time and na-meet ko yung goal ng team. That's why I'm happy. If that is the situation that leads you to fulfillment, therefore, that leads you towards God, therefore the source is God. Pero, for example, happy ako, pero bakit kasi happy ako? Kasi, mayroon akong secret na ginawa doon eh. Kaya happy ako, hindi na booking, hindi nakita, kaya happy ako. So, yung happiness ko, saan ako directed nun? Towards God, away from God? Towards truth? No. It's away from truth, therefore it's away from God. Saan galing yung happiness ko? From God? No, because it's against truth. It's from the evil spirit. So, yun yung second, identifying the feeling and the thought. Then after that, sa third, ano yung third? Take action for what is of God and reject what is not. Kung nakita ko, happy ako, nagawa ko yung tama, tanggapin ko yon, anong gagawin ko? Pagpupusigi pa ako, gagawin ko pa ulit yung tama. I will do my best pa rin para ma-meet ng team namin, dapat namin gawin. If happy ako because meron akong minapula doon na hindi napansin, happy ako, nakalusot ako, then you realize it's not from the good spirit. I-reject mo yon. Ano yung gagawin mo? Ano ang action mo doon? Reject it and do the opposite. What is the opposite? The next time you're given the opportunity to do the work, iiwasan mo na yung maling yon. Bakit? It's not from the good spirit. So you make amends, you ask for forgiveness, and that asking for forgiveness, what happens? Turn ka into consolation. So that's how discernment of spirits go. So tandaan natin, be aware, identify, and respond. So hopefully we can use that to empower ourselves to grow in our relationship with God, with others, to contribute to the community, to the company, and for the betterment of my soul. Amen.